Right. All right. Oh. All right. We are live. I am Walter Snackle Fox. I am a Christian adventurer, gotcha gamer, programmer from the Snackleverse, a world where we fought food zombies, and as a reward for my efforts, they gave me this cool VTuber model. Today, we are adventuring in Genshin Impact. Going to meet Varka, do his quest.
Any updates on the commission from last time? Should be done just about now, right?
Apologies, Mr. Varka. The wine merchants from Mondstadt say they'll need more time to prepare. Also, they have asked me to pass this message on to you. Have you seriously finished the last batch? That cart was huge.
Well, not like I'm the only one drinking. That amount of wine is barely enough for 2 banquets. We'll need more.
Are you trying to empty out Mondstadt's wine cellars?
Come on. I timed this down to the second. The Dawn Winery should be reopening the cellar of dandelion wine right around now.
Timed it out to the second.
As the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, patronizing their business is but one of my duties. Don't worry, I've left some for them. I didn't clean it all out, or Charles would have nothing to work with.
Charles?
The long journeys, though, is that wine tends to lose its flavor in the process. Next time I get back, I'll have Charles mix me the strongest drink he's got.
Why would wine lose its flavor in travel?
Now, who to drink with? Kaya would definitely come if I called. And D-Luke? Well, if I can catch him, I'll have a couple of drinks with him, too. Well, might as well get those two to have a drink together, perhaps.
Oh no.
This land holds nothing but promise for adventurers.
View the letter. What letter? There. A letter carried by the wind. Hey, long time no see, friend. Really losing a lot of frames? What's that? You say we just met recently? For a heart that's always misses its friend, every second feels like an eternity. And after such a grand adventure at Nodcry, we must have gathered quite a few stories along the way, yes? Are you, perhaps, looking for an old friend to talk to? Do you happen to need a bard, one who can turn your tales to verse? If so, come and catch up with me at Starsnatch Cliff. A wine is poured, and the strings are already tuned. A bard. Let's change over to a more appropriate team. And wait, not this again. Oh. There, much better. Focused, experienced mode for the win. Oh. Fly up here. Perfect. Whee!
Welcome back, old friend. And
should I be addressing you these days? The honorary knight of Mondstadt? The Tumaini of Natlan? Or the great hero of Nodcry?
Just call me by my name.
Well, you sure have your finger on the pulse. We've barely caught our breath since Nodcry, but it sounds like you've already heard about what went down.
News travels fast on the wind. But before I can turn your tales into tunes, I need to hear them from the horse's mouth. My wine and my lyre are at the ready. So please, traveler, take a seat and tell me your tale. Amazing! Incredible! The Rahier of Solnari and the Doctor? Truly a tale for the ages! So, I'm guessing the Wild Hunt is a thing of the past now that you've defeated the Rahier of Solnari.
Seems that way. We were kind of focused on dealing with the Doctor, though.
There are still some vestiges of the Wild Hunt around.
Well, that's good to hear. Hey, now that the Northern Abyss calamity is finally resolved, Varka must be getting ready for the triumphant return of his expedition, right? I haven't seen him in the longest time. He must have so many stories to share.
I was gonna ask, you two have really met before.
Hooray! Paimon was wondering about that, too. He did call you Barbados. But weren't you so fast asleep back when he was in Mondstadt?
Let's call it half asleep. I was resting my eyes in the Thousand Winds Temple one day when I heard a commotion outside.
Aww.
It was a young knight who had journeyed there in search of trials and oracles after hearing some tall tales at the local tavern. In fact, all that awaited him were moss-covered walls and an angry ruin guard. But he seemed completely unfazed, laughing heartily as he sent the ruin guard's missiles flying off into the horizons.
Impressive.
They must have been making quite a racket if it was enough to wake up the tone-deaf bard.
Yeah, it sounded kinda like...
Boom, boom, boom. Kind of like that?
Hey,
That all you got?
bring it on.
like that.
Giving up already? You're not half as tough as Vargas said.
A young knight of Favonius trekking out to the Thousand Winds Temple in search of adventure. Now there's a sight I haven't seen in a while.
A bard in green clothes. Does this mean... Oh, you're Venti? I was just wondering how I was gonna track you down.
Oh, so you were looking for the tone-deaf bard? Strange place to start your search.
I would have gone to the Angel Share.
Hold on. Blonde hair, white hair? You must be the honorary knight. And Paimon! The Grand Master talks about you all the time.
Oh,
Allow me to
really?
introduce myself. I'm Lowen, Vice Captain of the 5th Company of the Knights of Favonius and a member of the Expeditionary Force.
Expeditionary Force.
Oh, so you're part of the expedition, huh? Right. So that's why Paimon's never seen you around in Mondstadt. Hey, wait a second. We never saw you in Nodcry either.
That's probably because when the Wild Hunt was still running rampant, I spent most of my time out on my own, making mincemeat out of monsters. I barely went back to base at all. Then, once the Wild Hunt calmed down, I got sent back to Mondstadt. Mixed blessing, if you ask me. Sounds like I missed out on some serious action.
No wonder we never saw you while we were dealing with the doctor. So, why did Varka send you back?
Don't tell me he sent you
Here are
to...
some letters.
Okay. I was gonna say deliver a letter.
There's one for the Knights of Favonius, one for the church, another for the Dawn Winery, at least 10 of them in total.
Jeez, how many people has he sent to deliver his mail now? Mika, Inefa, Lowen. He should just hire a full-time mailman already. In fact, He's earned himself a new nickname. Let's go with Sir Writes a Lot.
Another day, another nickname, huh, Tone Deaf Bard?
I'll have you know that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. So, tone deaf or not, I wear the title
Aw,
of
hey there,
Writer
Onyx Kitty.
and I
Comes
consider
in playing the
singing along
ocarina.
to be quite a compliment.
I should do an ocarina cover. That would be easier than doing singing.
Wait, really?
I need to... Maybe the weekend.
Maybe
Yeah,
Paimon
I've
should
been
order some
noticing...
nicknames for these two.
Alright. So, the intro had some serious lag, like bitrate problems, and I reset it and we haven't had any since then, but I wouldn't be surprised if we're just having, like, internet problems all night. Ocarina off? Yes. Ocarina off, ocarina on. Mine is a rather nice, 2-chamber ocarina, and I can't play the second chamber, so I just use it as a 1-chamber, but it is reasonably high quality. I really like it. But I was looking at plastic ones, hoping that I could find something that might fit my hands better. Because my fingers are short, but they're a little thick for the ocarina that I have, because it was made for tiny hands. Welcome in, Onyx Kitty. We're playing another night of Genshin Impact. This story is about Varka, the Knight of Boreas. And
Anyway,
as we
since
come
this young
in,
man has
he
come all
wanted
the
to
way the
send
Thousand Winds
off
Temple looking for me,
letters to
I assume he
Mondstadt,
must have a letter for me too.
using this
Am I
guy
right?
here on the left as a courier. And he also wanted another shipment of his favorite dandelion wine from Mondstadt.
You sure are. To use the Grand Master's own words.
This one is for the bard in green clothes. These days, I think he goes by Venti. Doesn't really have an address.
And I'm
as
pulling
such.
for Varka, so
Start
next
by
time we get a
looking
chance
around
to
in
pull, I'll
Mondstadt.
start that up.
Maybe try your luck at the Thousand Winds Temple.
I figured that since there was this punching bag here, oh, sorry, Ruin Guard, I could get some practice in while I was at it. So, I came right here the second I got back to Mondstadt.
This guy's a little sarcastic. Lowen.
That Varka is so slapdash sometimes. It's a good thing we happen to be nearby.
So what does the letter say?
Oh, he also said to remind you to write back.
Nothing in particular. Just some
Yeah,
minor
yeah, it's
chatter
very
between two
pretty.
drinking
I did
buddies.
see you playing it.
But if I'm supposed to write back this time,
I also have a plastic
I'll
12-hole
need
one.
some time to mull over my response. Varka gave you a whole bunch of letters to deliver, right? Maybe you can head into Mondstadt and deliver the rest of them first?
My thoughts exactly. Assuming I can find the way. Hopefully the roads haven't changed too much since the pre-expedition days.
Oh, you do have a ceramic one. Okay. My main one is ceramic. The other one is plastic. And I was thinking if I got another one, it'd probably be plastic. So I don't have to worry about it as much.
Well, why don't we have Mondstadt's honorary knight escort
They
this
still
poor
run
young
about
wanderer to the city?
$70 to buy
I'm
one.
Sure some of the recipients of Varka's letters will turn out to be
Even
old
if
friends of
they're-
yours, too.
Well, for a 2 or 3 chamber one that's plastic, it's still that expensive. I have no objections.
Let's go! It's been a while since Paimon's done any guide work.
Thank you so much, Honorary Knight. And you, Miss Guide.
The Abyss, the Wild Hunt, Andreas. Get home safe, Varka.
Yeah.
Why do my ears feel so hot all of a sudden? Is someone talking about me?
Yeah, it's because we're just about to pull you, Varka.
Surely there's no way anyone found the secret stash of cash in my office. That would be terrible.
Grandmaster, bad time to get distracted. Watch out! Enemies approaching!
Huh? Oh, it's just a few stragglers. They're no real threat to us. This expedition is almost over. We just need to deal with these final few targets, and then we will make our triumphant return.
Yeah. He plays like a Dynasty Warriors character. So how are you doing, Onyx Kitty?
To direct them. It seems like all that's left is their primal urge to destroy.
If this is all that the Wild Hunt can muster now, surely the Lightkeepers of Nodcry will be able to deal with what's left.
Today is my birthday, by the way. I was thinking about doing a special stream, but had trouble organizing it, so all that's delayed. Well, I'd want a 2-chamber, I think. Or more. Yeah, thank you. But if that's a good brand, maybe I'll look them up.
Grandmaster, based on Lightkeeper intel and our own reconnaissance, one of the suspected targets should be just up ahead.
Good. You know the drill. Stay here and stand guard. Leave the rest to me.
Yes, Grandmaster.
Haha, that salute.
We meet again, Andreas.
Oh?
So, you've returned from Mondstadt. Don't you want to see what it looks like now?
Okay. Alright, we'll do this. 169 pulls, a little bit more. 10. 20. 30. 40. 'Yes, I did see them on stlocarena.com. I was trying to see if... I think I saw they only had AC. I didn't know what range that was. The one I have is a very high range because I wanted it cheap for a ceramic, but I need something lower so it's larger for my hands. Okay, Alto C. Is that a low one? Medium range? I'm sure they'd go for medium. Oh, there we are. And we got him. I think I had it guaranteed.
What's this? An echo from 1,000 years
And... not going to get his special weapon just yet. Because I have to save up for another character if they release a support for him. Hydrate.
Everything seems normal so far. Here's hoping I'm just overthinking things. There are 2 other places to check. Maybe this will all go smoothly after all. It's your turn, my friend. Come, Andreas!
Did his sword change?
Although, for returning to your old home, perhaps Andreas is a little too ostentatious. Might be better to go by...
Boreas.
Huh?
Injustice. Corruption.
What?
Iniquity.
Yeah.
Is the surface world still as wretched and foul as ever?
Well, that's fine. I need to see what my original one was, because that was probably What would be a higher range be?
Looks like I'm not getting out of this without a fight.
Yeah. To those who embark on the expedition. Okay, yours is C. Maybe you can tell if I play it.
That's where things stand with the expedition. The victors will be returning home soon, so make sure to stock up on wine for the celebrations. P.S. I hope everyone's keeping up with their daily training. I'll be testing you all when I get back to make sure no one's regressed. P.P.S. I wrote individual letters for each and every one of you. Don't forget to write back.
That's up.
Everyone gets one? Wow! Sir Writes-A-Lot is really living up to his name.
Yeah.
The Grand Master must have something specific to say to each
Amber, haven't seen you in a while.
Even I got a letter, and I'm not a real knight yet.
Pretends to eat your ocarina? What is this?
Jean? Oh, yes. That's our Grand Master for you.
By the way, anyone know where I can find
Also,
the cavalry
nice to
captain?
see
I have a
Lisa.
letter for him as well.
Cavalry captain, meaning, Kaya?
You mean Kaya?
Yeah.
He said he was meeting a friend.
Yeah, I
from
do
the
remember your
Angel
first name
Share.
is Amber.
Allegedly for work. Said he was exchanging intel.
Maybe you
But
heard
I'd
something
say
wrong?
There's a 50-50 chance he's just there for a drink.
The Angel Share intelligence from the Church of Favonius.
There'll be lots of familiar faces there. How about we deliver Kaya's letter? And these other two as well.
Really? Oh, that would be a great help. Thank you.
Our thanks to you too, Lowen. The other knights will help distribute the remaining letters. You've had a long journey. Please go get some rest.
Great. But I won't be resting just yet. I have one last letter to deliver to Wolvendom. This one, I was planning on delivering personally. I heard that another challenger recently passed Boreas's trial. Well, with any luck, that wolf might be willing to reveal himself to me, too.
Very well. But please remember to show respect to the local wolves.
Aw. Yeah. Paimon, lay off the sweets. Clearly, something is bothering Jean. I should talk to her before going to the Angel Share. Oh, up top. There she is. What's up, Jean?
Honorary Knight, you're still here?
I'll be setting off shortly, but it seems like there's something on your mind.
Is it that obvious?
Huh? But Vark is coming back. The situation in Nakrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor.
Yeah.
Yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grand Master said to me before he left.
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius. If it comes
Yes.
to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet.
Okay, what is he hinting at?
Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history.
Oh?
The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion.
They finally explain what the Knight of Boreas actually means.
He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did, but he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Havonius.
Okay.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfenden?
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god, and the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity. Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land. This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Okay. Huh? Could it be?
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays. As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library. Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North.
Okay.
I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Duval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
Yeah.
Varga wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
Well, perhaps better to be overprepared than caught off guard.
Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle. It's a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible contingency. Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grand Master is relieved to know that it's in place.
Alright, leave the headquarters.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh? We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angel Share now.
Wee. Alright. The Angel Share is like a bar.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
I doubt it.
Please. I've known that little trick for a good 10 years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Hiya, Rosaria, D-Luke! Paimon knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
I have a letter for each of you. He delivers Varka's letters to the recipients.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes. I hope you will give some serious consideration to the question I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him. He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened, and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then.
Okay.
But my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable. I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument. I actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
When you join an organization, you're bound by its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
They're not arguing.
Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about. The more ways they have to protect their home, the better. Huh? Travel?
I wonder if this is exactly what Varka was hoping for. Wait. Oh. Shi Liu. Oh, I was still belonging there. Alright. Oh, talk to Kaya.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think. Public order inside the city? Monster activity in the wild? Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
Oh. Is Rosaria up here? Yep.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
No trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
Besides, I really wouldn't call that an argument.
So you see what's really going on here? All three of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
You're saying that happened to a Knight of Boreas?
Yeah. So no one's told you this before? The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been extinguished twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
Oh! Wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait. And then we got caught up talking about the expedition.
Okay.
And got around to the second time.
So they split up the exposition to two parties with some
I happened
other
to hear
stuff in
about it from
between.
Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago.
Right around the time of Conria?
Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium. Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself. But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title.
Oh?
He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
What's with that mask?
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight, but he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago.
Okay.
Including his tutor and mentor, Rostam. The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the Blood-Stained Knight. After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts.
Wild.
It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save. But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently. So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone. After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him. Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland.
Shall we go get answers straight from the horse's or wolf's mouth?
That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
Go to Wolvendom.
What's going on here? Was Wolvendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about this. The Wild Hunt? What are they doing here? Watch out!
Okay.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Leave this place for the everlasting forest. No more lies.
The deception ends here.
Oh, are you alright?
Stay alert. There's still something nearby.
Oh no! What now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters!
Lowen?
Phew.
Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
There were 3, Kaya, Diluc, and Rosaria.
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh?
He's saying you passed the test.
Test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
You may dispense with your suspicions. The Wolfpack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent. Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Okay.
If the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just now.
It always pays to remain vigilant.
Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance. Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though. Go on. You should check on him.
Alright, they just warped me over here.
Lupus Boreas, not injured. Why so weak? Am I not strong enough?
You are not to blame. With your Iron Claw, you successfully blocked their attacks. However, their assault went beyond the mere physical world.
Oh?
They followed my trail from the distant north across the ley lines. They sought to corrupt the territory I protect. But I shall not let them succeed without a fight.
A trail starting in the north, so they came from Nodcry?
Human Lupicol.
So, are you saying that the Wild Hunt we just got attacked by came all the way from Nodcry to Mondstadt? How is that even possible?
As you know, I stand before you as an incomplete being. I am but one remnant of the god Andrias' soul.
Oh?
The source of this turmoil. I can sense it. It lies in the north. It is the part of me that remains in Nodcry, from whence I came.
Huh? Now Paimon's even more confused. How can you be in 2 places at once?
Do you all like to split yourselves into multiple parts?
For many gods, housing a part of their soul within an object is no difficult feat. But those who can perform such delicate partitions as this are rare, even among the gods. The Wolf King, Andrias, was particularly adept in this art. Otherwise, no remnants of his soul would have survived till the present day.
Oh?
Huh? The bard's back?
Tondef Bard? What are you doing here?
Maybe the god of Animo guided me here. For it appears that someone is in need of a tale from the distant past. And our wolf friend doesn't seem too keen on recounting it himself.
Okay, good idea.
Bard to do the honors. Lord Boreas, do I have your blessing to share this story?
As you wish.
Lupus Boreas wandered the frozen tundra and stumbled into the Sealy Hall. Enchanted by their song, tender as the dawn starlight, and curious about the ways of humankind, the wolf bade farewell to his home and set off for the city to the south. As the high tower crumbled and the fierce winds fell silent, Lupus Boreas, who once had hunted with the storm winds himself, looked within and inquired, was the shelter he provided for humanity really any different from that given by the reclusive king in his tower? The wolf entrusted those under his protection to a new god and quietly returned to the frozen north. There, in a palace long since abandoned by its former master, the great wolf closed his eyes and slept. 500 bitter winters passed, then 500 equally frigid springs. He slumbered undisturbed until a night stumbled in from the cold, just as Lupus Boreas had once done at the Seelie Hall, and awoke him at long last. The knight asked the wolf to join him on a journey south, to see once more the land that had all but faded from his memory. The gentle wolf, unwilling to refuse the human's earnest plea, split his soul into two halves and left his home once more. Seeing how the ice and snow had given way to verdant plains, hearing the laughter and song that now filled the once somber city, the aging Lupus Boreas turned to his friend, the god of Animo, and remarked, "So, this is the world the humans dreamed of." Though the knight's journey was not yet over, the wolf chose to bid farewell to his companion here.
Okay.
He had written the end to his story. What knowledge he had been gifted flowed into the land. Everything he was, he gave unto the world. Well, that's how a bard would tell the tale. Lord Boreas, is there anything you'd like to add?
There is no need for you to ask that question.
So that's what happened. You returned to Mondstadt with that knight 1,000 years ago, and then, for the sake of the new Mondstadt, you...
You need not feel remorse on my account. That was my answer, my decision. If anyone should feel regret, it is the part of me who remained in Notcry. I fear Andreas has not found peace in his heart even to this day. That is surely why those vile aberrations were able to exploit his weakness, sowing the seeds of all the turbulence that has ensued.
But we followed Boreas' trail in Nodcry. We investigated and discovered no signs of instability.
Andreas should still be slumbering by the lakeside. Perhaps all the recent turmoil in Notcry has had unforeseen consequences. And there's more. I detect another familiar scent from across the ley lines. A scent that reeks of blood.
Could it be Roland, the Bloodstained Knight?
Oh, the White Knight who became the Bloodstained Knight? The mightiest knight of Boreas? But wasn't he from 500 years ago? You think he's immortal or something?
I remember him as just a man. His lifespan should be no longer than any other of his kind. But before he severed his connection to Boreas, his final destination, it was the ancient kingdom of Conria, as you call it. Beyond that, I know not if he lived or died.
Conria, 500 years
If you
ago.
want to get to the bottom of this, I'm afraid you'll have to make another trip to Nodcry yourselves. As luck would have it, another old friend of ours just so happens to be free right now. If you ask him nicely, he might give you a lift.
Okay.
That could save you a lot of time on the road.
No wonder I can suddenly sense the east wind's presence.
If even Mondstadt has been affected by the fallout, Nodcry must be in real trouble by now. I hope Varka can handle it.
Varka? Is he in danger?
I believe too many passengers would slow our dear friend down. I fear he only has room to carry one person. along with perhaps a diminutive companion.
I understand. I'll go. Though I'm sure he's carried more than that in the past.
But I accept that we should send our strongest warrior to fight Nodcry's battles. I'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that try harassing Mondstadt. It'll be a good chance to try out some new moves.
I stay in Mondstadt too. With Traveler's help, Varka will be safe.
Razor, give me your iron claw. Golden-haired traveler, give this token to the current knight of Boreas.
What's this?
It is a wolf spirit. It contains my power and thoughts. Though I have given him a piece before, this should bring him new strength.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
But human hearts and flesh cannot bear the soul of a wolf directly. It would be akin to forcefully merging a human and a wolf into one being. They would descend into chaos.
Okay.
To prevent the entanglement of souls, the most I can do is temporarily house my power and thoughts within claws and fangs wrought of steel. Although, truth be told, that knight does not lack for power. What he needs more is the thoughts within. But I shall leave this for him to explain.
Ah, okay. Well, welcome back, Onyx Kitty. So far, we've done a lot of listening to stories about the history of the Knight of Boreas and Andrius, the wolf god. And apparently Andrius split himself into multiple beings, one of whom is over in Nodcry and might have been corrupted, while the other one is here in Mondstadt. Also, one of the former Knights of Boreas, the Bloodstained Knight, might have also been corrupted in Conria when the original Abyss started up. So I think that this quest is about dealing with both of them. And we saw Varka stumble onto the corrupted Andrius over in Nodcry earlier, and he was looking kind of freaky. Is it safe to separate a piece of the wolf spirit at a time like this?
The great wolf king of the north remains strong for now. Besides, do I not have the protection of my Lupacol?
Yes.
I will protect Lupacol. The North and Varka, I leave to you.
Just give me the word whenever you're ready.
So now we're about to fly back to Nodcry after traveling all the way back here and delivering letters.
Now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About the Wolf of the North.
This turmoil lies with the remnant soul that Andrius, Dominator of Wolves and God of the North Wind, left in Nodcry.
What did you do?
He once left Nodcry and braved the blizzards to confront the God of Storms and claim the right to rule. Yet even as the tower fell, he chose to abandon his claim.
Oh, okay, Discord General.
He returned to the north and slumbered for 1,000 years, before finally journeying back, under the name of Boreas, with the first Knight of Boreas to witness the new face of Mondstadt.
I can see it. Your baby. Very nice. I have Discord notifications turned off while I'm streaming. Otherwise, they show up on the stream audio. I can probably route them to something else if I work hard enough, but
when the wolf spirit could no
then I'd have to move
maintain
it back,
his physical
so
form, Boreas chose to pour his power into the ley lines. With that, he became the North Wind of Mondstadt, as he is still known to this day. Any questions before you set off? Better ask now. You'll probably have to hit the ground running when you get to Nodcry.
About Roland.
500 years ago, Roland.
So I did play my ocarina for a church talent show years ago, back when I got it. And they made a joke that, hey, what if I played something goofy like, what is Mario's World? Because, yeah, I have some songbooks too, so I'll play through it on those, I guess. The joke being, there is a real song called This Is My Father's World, I think. And what if I was, like, gaming and stuff? What if I renamed it to be cheeky? So, I was going to play that song, he guessed it. So I went up and said, yeah, my first song is This Is Mario's World. And I just played it.
What was the scent that reeks of blood that Lupus Boreas sensed? And what is its connection to Conria and the Abyss? Perhaps you will uncover the truth in Nodcry.
My normal performances were more about writing skits. Very goofy, cartoony skits. Rather than playing music or singing.
Once drew great strength and wisdom from the wolf spirit. But human hearts and flesh cannot contain the soul of a god. Attempting to place the wolf spirit in a human vessel would slowly devour their sense of self. Even if Lupus Boreas did not intend for that to happen.
Haha, you like Venti? Nice. Yeah, Blood Archer, one of my other regulars. Venti is one of his favorites.
That's why Lupus Boreas developed the technique of...
For myself, I mostly get annoyed at how Paimon treats him. I don't like him being called tone deaf.
In fact, there is an ancient song that tells this tale. A weapon once of common iron, now through friendship turned divine. Twixt man and wolf a bond was made, a power born within the blade.
Short hair and long braids. Yeah, I guess he has kind of like pigtails.
As much as he might claim not to accept humans,
but they come from the front of the ear rather than the back. That's interesting.
Between us, will you? Any questions?
So he's got like the dangly things from Scott Pilgrim that Ramona Flowers had, but as braids. That's hard to do. Because normally the long hair is in the back.
We must part ways here.
Wait, Devalin can speak?
I have other plans. We will meet you again later.
Alright. Hey, wait. How are we getting down?
No. Don't go to cutscene.
The line! The enemy's on the brink of collapse!
Grandmaster! It's...
Yeah, Paimon, calm down.
Haha! Reinforcements! It's about time!
Honorary Knight reporting for duty, Grandmaster. Let's cut to the chase. What's the situation?
Just about hanging in there. Most of their grunts are taken care of now. Their leader's gonna have to make a decision soon. Fight or flight? What will it be, mightiest knight of Boreas?
As expected, this hastily summoned Wild Hunt horde is nothing but a disorganized rabble. A mere shadow.
Yes. No screaming without a license. Paimon doesn't have a license for anything except the one she gave herself for being the best guide in Tevat.
But they have served their purpose. I now understand your tactics, and you, in turn, understand mine.
Now it seems like we've already given him his second sword. So, earlier we saw him fighting with this one and also with the Wolf's Gravestone, which is like one of the classic swords of this game. And it, Andreas of Mondstadt had, the other guy who has the lightning powers and is, like a friend of, Andreas Brius, whatever, had him give him his tiny sword, which he transformed using his wolf powers into a clone of this one to give to Varka as two sword teeth of Brius. So it seems like we just gave it to him without having the story behind it.
Why was he talking about the Bloodstained Knight? Ugh, forget that. We can save the details for later. He was the enemy boss, right? Are we just gonna let him get away?
There's no point chasing after him. We've crossed blades already, and it ended in a stalemate. Right now, there's nothing we could do about him.
Why? As strong as he might look, surely he can't be any stronger than the foes we fought before.
True. We're still not certain of his true identity, but whether he's a god corrupted by the Abyss or a legendary knight, killing him might be just about possible. Especially now that you're here. The difficult part is, we can't kill him right now.
Huh? What do you mean? Is he immortal or something?
No. Judging from our skirmishes so far, I don't think he's got any special abilities of that caliber. Nor does he have the ridiculous level of power wielded by the Five Sinners. But, compared to Rerir, our current foe clearly has a better understanding of how to exploit Nodcry to his advantage. Particularly when it comes to Andreas' remnant soul.
So what you're really worried about isn't so much the enemy himself, but the god remains?
Exactly. Sounds like you realize what the crux of the issue is. I managed to cut off a sample from our foe, which Albedo and Durin are analyzing as we speak. Meanwhile, our other allies should be making their way home from their own battles by now. Let's discuss this further when they're back. We still have some big challenges ahead before this expedition can finally be declared a victory.
Alright, nobody died. Usually, when I drop in like that and it goes to cutscene, one of my characters dies from the fall. Because you're supposed to, like, plunge, but I hold off plunging to the last moment. And then it goes to cutscene and I lose control of my character, so they just die because I can't do the plunge. Varka.
Honorary Knight. Looks like pretty much everyone's here. Albedo and Durin are just wrapping up their analysis. You want to wait for them here?
Wait for the meeting.
Great. While we're waiting, could you update me on the situation in Mondstadt?
Yeah. After updating Varka on the situation in Mondstadt, you explain the relationship between the God of the North and the Bloodstained Knight.
The Wild Hunt is no longer under the Reikir of Solnari's control, but it has been reborn from the ashes and is now launching widespread attacks. Intel from the Frostmoon Scions and the Curatorium of Secrets corroborates this. No disturbances have been detected in the space where Rerir resides. What we are facing here is a completely new foe.
Summarizing current situation. To confirm, the present leader of the Wild Hunt is the creature resembling a wolf. Andreas, god of the North Wind.
More precisely, it's the external will that has seized control of Andreas' spirit. Namely
Okay.
Roland, the Bloodstained Knight.
Whoa. Hold on. I'm completely lost. Isn't Roland some Mondstadter from like 500 years ago? How'd he suddenly get wrapped up with a god from 1,000 years in the past and the present-day Wild Hunt?
Allow us to explain that
Oh,
part.
Yehoda doing her part to be clueless.
Are you familiar with compensation mechanisms? When an organism sustains damage, relevant tissues will undergo changes to offset the loss of function.
Okay.
For example, when one kidney is damaged, the other will be strengthened to compensate. Or, when a main artery is blocked, the collateral vessels become more active. Similarly, when the Wild Hunt lost their leader, the Abyss harnessed the memories that flow throughout the ley lines to fashion a new one, fit for the present circumstances. That new leader is a mirror image of Roland, the bloodstained knight.
So that wasn't the real Roland, but an abyssal imitation?
No matter how strong the compensation is, it will never quite match the functionality of the original organ. The Roland replica can't possibly imitate Berear's overwhelm. So, the Abyss made use of the connection between Roland and Boreas to compensate for this lack of power.
The replica corrupted and took control of Andreas as he slumbered by the bank of Amsvartnir, ultimately manifesting as the giant beast that you all witnessed.
Okay. Aw, thank you. This guy is certainly a favorite of some of my streamers. I do not have him.
I guess he must have gotten caught up with the Abyss or Nodcry somehow during his...
He's the one I just got.
But we can keep those questions on the back burner.
Okay, Paimon gets all that, but...
And I skipped Durin.
Can't kill him right now!
We can't kill him right now because a dead god may prove more dangerous than a living one. From intelligence gathered during the expedition, we have reason to believe that the power released when a god is felled can have catastrophic consequences for us mortals.
Like when the tower fell in Stormterror's lair, or when the humans turned to salt beneath Salteri.
Worse still, the wrath that remains after a god's passing becomes a source of endless turmoil. Once god remains contaminate the land, they will persist for thousands of years.
Like the Tatarigami on Yashiori Island in Tatarasuna, where the karmic debt borne by the Yakshas for millennia.
This land has already been ravaged
All
by the
right.
wild hunt.
Oh, did you...
If we add god remains to the mix, it'd be like adding salt to an open wound, placing everyone who lives here in
Head pats! I can do it manually. I was going to adjust the amounts. I forgot to.
Query. While I can indeed find records of disasters caused by god remains in my database, there also appear to be cases of gods dying naturally with no ill effects. In that land, the passing of the Pyro Archon's flame is a common occurrence throughout history, and even the part of Andreas who remains in Mondstadt has experienced death once before. Has he
Once
not?
before?
Great question. Glad you asked. Honorary Knight, you said Lupus Boreas gave you a token to pass on to me? Please, present it now. Should help explain things faster.
You're telling Peter Pan on me? Have I told you I love Peter Pan? That was one of my favorite old Disney movies. Oh. So we give it to him now, but he was using it earlier. Oh well. I guess the dialogue got changed around and somebody forgot to update.
My soul will fall into silence, and my power will flow into the ley lines of this land.
Also, I'll grab a snack.
This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind. Do not
good.
grieve for me, for this is the end I have chosen. Instead,
I know that the original story of Peter Pan is very different in its mythology than the Disney one, and I read through the original play or something. Like, Peter Pan wasn't supposed to be a normal heroic figure like he was in the Disney movie. He was supposed to be a tragedy, kind of. A boy who never actually grew up. And I guess he could be kind of a Pied Piper, but I don't understand the death part. Like, if he lures young boys off to, like, eternal immaturity, Wait, did they die? I don't understand that part. What was that?
You saw it too. You must have keen powers of perception. Not that it surprises me. That was Boreas's final thoughts before merging with the ley lines. It's the reason Mondstadt remains unharmed by his god remains. In his final moments, he made a choice to give everything he was to the ley lines. All to protect Mondstadt from harm.
Sounds like Andreas spent thousands of years searching for his place in the world, too.
Yes. And now our task is to return the answer he found, the decision he made, to Andreas's heart. Only then can he break free from the corruption and control of the Abyss, and make that decision once more.
To merge himself with the ley lines.
I see. I would say that planting thoughts inside the mind of a god sounds a little far-fetched, but since it was his own wish to begin with, it sounds feasible to me.
So, children who never grow up die as children who have never grown up.
Wait,
Which I guess is natural, but
a perfect solution?
I don't see why you have to bring death into it.
Let's go do this thing.
Ha ha ha. If only it were that simple. Unfortunately, this one thought alone is unlikely to be powerful enough to break through the Abyss's control and reach Andreas's heart. We need to find a way to make the thought within this sword stronger and more resilient.
For now, Boreas needs all his remaining strength to fight against the abyssal corruption to Mondstadt's ley lines. He can't afford to send us any more of his power. However,
Oh, that's what you
since his
mean.
form was unstable during his journey with the first night of Boreas.
So,
Many wolf spirit fragments
the
were left
reason
behind along the
the
way.
children don't necessarily grow up isn't because they're kidnapped into Peter Pan's realm, but because they die first.
If we can collect those fragments, we can use them to strengthen.
And he carries them off like a child-specific version of Sharon or something.
So we need to retrace his steps and look for random fragments? But they could be anywhere between Notcry and Mondstadt. It'll be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
You don't need to worry about that. There's a few fragments left to gather in Nodcry, but apart from that, most of them are already inside this sword. I've been collecting them during the whole expedition.
Huh? Wait, really?
I mean, it's an expedition, not a stroll in the park. Each step of the way, we've been hard at work planning for every possible...
Yeah, he carries off with their spirits. Okay. As far as other Disney movies go, I didn't see the Robin Hood one much growing up, but I really loved it, especially because it had foxes, and I watched it recently because I got a copy and it was really good.
Sounds like this plan was a long
The
time
ones I
in
watched
making.
the most were probably
It's almost as if you
Aladdin,
foresaw
The
the
Little
future.
Mermaid, and The Lion King.
As a matter of fact, I did. I caught a glimpse of fate's reflection. But I can't take credit for it. It was all thanks to the help of a few friends. Still, all I foresaw was that an abyssal calamity was brewing in the north. Had I known more, we could have saved a lot of energy. Instead, we've had to make best guesses, prepare for every possible scenario. If all that preparation went to waste, all the better for it. But anything that proved useful, we knew we'd be grateful for down the line.
And sure enough, now it's proving useful.
Sure is. Just one crucial step remains. We need to gather the last few wolf spirit fragments scattered around Nodcry, and use them to make the thought within this sword as strong as it could possibly be. According to what Boreas told me before we left Mondstadt, his form was at its most unstable at the beginning of his journey. That means the fragments here should be the most powerful ones. But of course, we've been tied up fighting battles since the day we set foot in Nodcry. First with the Wild Hunt, then with the Doctor. So, it wasn't until recently that we were finally able to confirm the status of the Wolf Spirit fragments. We now know there are 3 left to find.
Okay. My favorite song on the ocarina, by the way, is, I guess, loosely related. It was called Melodies of Life and it was from Final Fantasy IX, I believe.
Okay, so 3 more mini expeditions to go.
I managed to gather one fragment before Roland reappeared. I also have a confirmed location for the second, which I'll take care of in short order. As for the third fragment, we've identified a general search area to focus on, but we'll need all hands on deck to pinpoint the exact location.
Wow, you've made a lot of progress already.
The final snag is that since our foe is a replica of Roland, he too will be aware of Andrias' history. He's sure to try and sabotage our plans by any means at his disposal. So everyone needs to bring their A game.
Yeah, Zelda music on the ocarina is extremely popular because that's one of the games that made the ocarina popular. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely be looking forward to hearing more of that because I do love the Zelda music.
With our foe being from Mondstadt, it's our duty as Mondstatters to defeat him.
So Durin here is part dragon, by the way, as is... Albedo isn't quite a dragon, but they're both kind of artificially made.
And since the Wild Hunt is involved, the Lightkeepers will provide their full support.
Okay.
Clink Clink Crumbcocky Craft Shop will also
Oh, okay, you compose your own music. Hey, if you compose something good and record it, maybe I can use it as the intro.
So
Maybe if you make it looping.
here for? Wait, I think maybe I signed a contract at some point. Didn't exactly scrutinize it though. I mean, who actually reads those things anyway?
Ah, great. Knew I could count on you all. Lastly, our friend from
Yeah,
the Auditorium
okay.
will provide intel and relay battlefield
That's how you
communications.
sing, too.
Looking at you, Yehoda.
So, you'll be darting back and forth across the battlefield, dodging the Wild Hunt and the shadow of an ancient god. I'm impressed by your courage, Miss Yehoda.
Rating for Yehoda updated. Higher quality ingredients.
Oh, no.
Feature meal.
Darn it! I should have known this payday wouldn't come that easy.
I'll deal with the second wolf spirit fragment, which we already know the location of. The moment you make any progress with fragment 3, be sure to give me an update. Traveler, could you join me in retrieving fragment 2? I have a feeling that your unique constitution might come in handy.
Sure, I was just about to ask what my job was. I'll follow your lead, Grandmaster.
All right, time is of the essence. Let's move out, people. Dismissed!
Go to the wolf spirit's location. No. Ah. Sorry, I've gotta mod some chat on the kick side.
I don't sing for anyone in particular. Still, if someone stops to listen, I hope it provides a moment of peace all the same.
You're eating the camera.
You can sit in my rocking chair and admire the view.
Very quick action.
Or
And
we could get to the moon and gaze down at Tefat. Whatever you prefer.
Ah, okay, that's what you mean. Ah. All right. Stupid spam got removed. Yeah, I turned it off. Should be good now. Alrighty. Is it still playing on your side? And is it the game music, or was it from the stream I pulled up? Oh, I need 200? Oh, that's not too bad. Be careful, we drove off the wild hunt, but this area remains... Follow the trail. Your sister has a movie on in the credits? Ah. So she's just finishing it up. Oh, there's one up there. I bet that'll help out. I do love Wreck-It Ralph. Oh, do I have to follow this? Oh. Ah, okay, I got it. Kisses the ocarina. Do you like the Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet movie? It was very goofy. Oh, I'd have to get up there.
Didn't you say Fragment 2 was supposed to be right here? Where the heck is it?
Seems like we've run into a slight hindrance. Can I leave this to you, Honorary Knight? Traveler, Paimon, when this is all over, I'm gonna invite you around for a drink of...
Whoa, whoa! Stop thinking about Mondstadt's wine and keep your head in the game! You can't be daydreaming about alcohol before a battle?
Huh? Well, all right, just trying to lift our spirits a little. You want to see some photos I took of me and the knights before the expedition, maybe?
Shut up, shut up, shut up! Can't we please just focus on finding the wolf spirit fragment?
Oh, it closed in. Oh. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, well. Oh, but I still have to... Maybe I need another one. Oh. Not really, kind of boring. What if my ocarina could open portals to different worlds? Okay. That did it. Sorry, got a little distracted there. Okay, so you found the movie kind of boring. Yeah, different worlds. That sounds kind of like the Ocarina magic from Ocarina of Time, I guess.
I once got Boreas to explain to me how he stores his soul inside objects. All I need to do is transfer it to my sword.
Okay.
Just like back at the camp, but this time, you'd best step back a bit, just in case.
So, you're saying you don't know how to love people, and you don't understand human love either.
Ouch.
Why do you laugh?
You were good at dying on that game, as in Ocarina of Time?
The fact you're ruminating on this is all the proof you need that you have love in your heart. I have a funny feeling that by the time this journey ends, you'll have found your own answer to the
it can get pretty hard, especially like when you're wandering through the town with all the dead creepy guys trying to jump on you.
No, you're wrong. There is no redemption at the end of this path. Even if I am stained black with blood, my conscience will remain as white as snow. If pledging allegiance to the Abyss is the only way to sever the injustice of fate, then I shall serve in its name.
Okay. You never made it far. Okay.
Oh, sure enough, this place has been corrupted by Roland's will. Whew. I'm fine. I was prepared for this. It wasn't enough to pose a serious threat. We got here just in time. The fragment hasn't been fully corrupted yet. Assuming we can undo the damage, it should still be usable.
So that's why you brought me along. You want me to purify it.
Purifying the abyssal corruption would definitely be a safe approach. But that's not the only reason I wanted you to come. Could you try reversing the corruption? Not purifying it, exactly, but separating out the Roland part from the wolf spirit.
So, keep the Roland part intact as well as the wolf spirit part? Why would you want to do that?
Firstly, to test whether it's possible. And secondly, to view Roland's memories. As they say, know thyself, know thy enemy.
This is a little unexpected.
Path to defeating him.
I've never tried this before.
Let me think. How was it explained to me? Ah, yes. Focus on a single thought within the 1,000 winds. Capture that unique wisp before it blows away.
I have no idea what that means.
Actually, neither do I.
What?
Sounds like something a certain tone-deaf bard would come up with when he can't think of anything meaningful to say. Wait, don't tell Paimon that's what actually happened.
I thought it might mean something to you. Never mind. I'll explain it in more human terms. Traveler, when you were in Natland, you went fishing for ancient names, correct?
Yes, actually, sort of, but I wasn't the one doing the fishing.
If I'm not mistaken, the Night Kingdom was like a river flowing with concepts. and you were trying to capture the concept belonging to a particular ancient name. I'm thinking the same basic principles should apply here.
Okay, but back then, we had a bow and a net. This time, we don't have anything at all.
This wolf spirit fragment is like a puddle compared to the Night Kingdom. No need for a boat. As for a net, this is what I've heard.
Thoughts and emotions are like interwoven threads. They can create a net, or they can create a rope. They can separate love from hatred, and they can bind objects and events together. Thought is the anchor for a being's existence, through which emotions are drawn forth.
Scratches behind your ears. I think that calls for head pats. Head pats. Oh, feels good. Ah. Okay, I think I'm kind of starting to get the idea.
Also, we barely know anything about Roland.
Thank you, Onyx Kitty.
Thoughts to anchor him.
Well, maybe you could try this.
What is it? It looks old and tattered.
It's an unsent letter written by the wolf pup Rostam, Knight of
Huh?
Lupus, from 500 years ago. It was meant for his disciple, the White Knight Roland.
That's a heck of a thing to have sitting in your back pocket.
After Rostam lost his life in the Abyssal Calamity, Roland left Mondstadt to wander to Vat. Grandmaster Arundelen had wanted to deliver this letter to him.
Okay.
Trying to track Roland down was like chasing a shadow. He never did find him. And so this letter has been sitting at the Knights of Favonia's headquarters ever since.
Quite the antique, then. But how exactly is it supposed to anchor Roland?
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Hey, what happened to Mr. Plans for every contingency? You're just making this up as you go along.
What can I say? Some people like to wait till they've got all their ducks in a row before taking the first step, but I prefer to dive on in and plan as I go. I've been doing it that way for the whole expedition. But anyway, don't they say that poetry and letters were humanity's earliest
You're
means of
welcome.
expressing their
Thank
thoughts?
you. Very
Give it a
nice.
try, surely.
We might as well see what happens. Oops, my snoot. I don't have a boops my snoot yet. I've got to work on that. More head pats.
Whoa. It actually worked?
Don't say it like that, Varka.
So the assimilation of souls really can be reversed. Just like he said.
Got him.
If what you say is true, the monsters I've slain, the justice I have sought to uphold, for mortals to escape this tragic fate, there's only one path. A great and ancient kingdom was wrongfully cursed, turning its inhabitants into monsters. The code of chivalry tolerates not such injustice. If Abyss be thy name, I pledge to you my loyalty.
And that is where the blood-stained knight's tale came to an end. With that, he bade his humanity farewell.
Okay.
I dare say you must find it quite ironic, Knight of Boreas.
That I... Dainsleif? No. Who bore a striking resemblance, but that wasn't him.
So that character, the one with the mask, was the former Knight of Boreas who died, but his soul went into the ley lines and the abyss, and a copy of him has been corrupting Andreas, the wolf god. So he's kind of a mystery because this is the first quest he's been talked about.
While we gazed into the past, he was gazing right back at us. could it be?
The visionary? Vidderfolnir?
So that's what happened. After leaving Mondstadt and wandering the land, Roland ventured underground and saw a revelation from the visionary. Once he had learned of Conria's fate, he saw the gods' judgment as the greatest injustice. So he surrendered himself to the Abyss, giving them his knowledge, his power, his everything. That's why the Abyss can replicate him.
Uh-oh. Does this mean we have to take on the visionary this time?
No. The founder of the Abyss Order was once shown a revelation. Based on his experience, at least, the visionary is unlikely to intervene directly.
I mean, if our enemy could see the
He probably won't appreciate it like that like I would.
be acting with far more lethal precision. But even without the visionary's input, Roland still has an intel advantage we can't afford to underestimate. Every minion of the Wild Hunt serves as Roland's eyes and ears. We need to think one step ahead if we want to outmaneuver him. And on that note, I have a plan I want to discuss with you.
Now? Why didn't you bring it up during the meeting?
Well, the fewer people who know, the less likely it is to get leaked. Besides, it wasn't a fully formed plan back then.
Better than tripping him. Why would you trip Varka? With his trunks of legs, you'd more likely hurt yourself.
Asked so much of you again.
No way, it's too dangerous.
No plan is free of risks. At least this one actually gives us a shot at fully eliminating the danger posed by this ancient god. Surely that's got to make the risk worth taking.
But there's no guarantee it'll work.
If I fail, Anselm and Albedo can take the reins. Not to mention we still have Jean in Mondstadt.
Yes. You're 5'4", but like, he's like 6'5". He's probably got like an entire foot of height on you. And this guy is made of more muscle than any other character in Genshin Impact.
There has to be another way. Like a backup plan?
Like, look how, if you're like just a few inches taller than Honorary Knight here, so you're up like here, perfect for biting. Alright, that's a strategy. Not like he's not familiar with biting though, being a Knight of Boreas. He deals with wolves all the time.
Ah, Yehoda. Yes, we've successfully retrieved the Wolf Spirit fragment here. Any progress with Fragment 3?
Like, look at those boots. Do you think you're going through those boots with teeth? He's got on some thick boots and pants.
It's a total disaster. More Wild Hunt monsters than I've seen in my whole life. We need backup urgently. Come quick.
Come on, we're out of time. You'll just have to trust me on this one.
You're putting me in a difficult position here, Varka.
What can I say? I'm not the Grand Master for nothing. I'm counting on you, Honorary Knight.
The forces of the Wild Hunt come surging forth, and the final expedition is at hand. Spare more time for it. I've got an hour and a half, okay? Remember that you are part vampire, and your facial features don't change. Okay. Well,
Fill me in. What's the situation?
I wouldn't be surprised if he has experience and powers dealing with vampires too. I mean, he's wearing a trench coat.
We ran into resistance almost as soon as we
Oh,
set
part
off.
wolf, not part vampire.
We should split into 2 teams and continue searching.
So you'd like be besties, okay?
Unoccupied.
Good call. Locating the Wolf Spirit fragment is our key objective. I would have made the same decision.
Well, it seems the enemy figured as much too. Now, both search teams are in big trouble. Oh, I brought a map. This should make things clearer. Before we ran into trouble, this is the search area we decided on. The 2 teams are holed up here and here.
They should have a clear idea of the fragment's location.
Okay.
But the Wild Hunt is stopping them from relaying messages back, right? Do we have any more troops available to provide backup?
We can't spare troops from any of the fronts right now. That just leaves us with...
The logistics company is standing by.
Hanefa!
Designated drop point reached. Initiating situation report.
Yeah, an
The
Effa.
logistics company was assisting Aino with the production of the strategic reserve. But after learning of the
Well,
situation,
congratulations.
they requested to be dispatched immediately. They are currently nearby awaiting orders.
You can certainly catch my interest sometimes.
Amazing. Just in the nick of time.
As long as you don't bite my tail too hard.
Hey, seeing as you can fly and all, shouldn't you be the one out here delivering messages?
I regret to say that without the workshop's catapult, and with my short-distance propulsion module on cooldown, I won't be able to return to the battlefield after another 5 minutes. Please, keep up the good work, Yehoda. The logistics company has very limited provisions, only enough for a single battle. Which team should they support?
Both. Once one team has been rescued, the remaining forces will be free to support the other. We'll move out immediately.
My tail is a playground.
Work with the comms.
Like I said, as long as you don't bite too hard, you're welcome.
Sure thing.
A logistics squad carrying a large cache of explosives. Varka can command them to set ambushes using the terrain to strike enemy units that have strayed from their group. Reinforce the battlefield. You like to pretend it's an enchanted forest. As long as you don't, like, get a bunch of branches and sticks stuck in there.
The Wild Hunt's offensive doesn't seem to be getting any weaker as the battle goes on. Are they getting reinforcements from somewhere? Don't get dragged into the enemy's rhythm. Logistics company, scout out the area. Look for terrain we can use to our advantage.
Yes, sir. Reporting in, sir. We've identified viable sites for deploying explosives.
Wait for my signal.
Switch command to Varka.
Logistics company, deploy.
Huh? Grandmaster! Honorary Knight! Thank goodness you're here.
Be careful. There's no end to these monsters. However many we kill, more keep coming.
Just as I thought. Well, they're about to get a shock to the system. We'll wipe them out faster than they can replenish their numbers. We just have to hold on until the logistics company is ready.
Come over. Your fur
To say they're ready.
could be my forest. That is how tiny you can shrink. Yes.
It's showtime. Fall back.
Yes, sir.
That was all kind of silly.
Ready? Fire! The enemy has sustained heavy casualties. Should be a while before they're strong enough to pose a real threat again. Use this time to catch your breath and fill me in on everything you've learned.
Yes, sir. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
That's not exactly very narrow.
We split the search area between us and the Retniki. Maybe they'll be able to narrow it down further?
Either way, I was about to go lend them a hand next anyway. Do you think you guys can keep up?
Absolutely. Good to go, Grandmaster.
A knight of Favonius whose ferocity is...
We've
All
run
right.
right through our supplies. We'll stay here and deal with any wild hunt that tries to stage a comeback. Now that they've lost their numerical advantage, they're no match for us. Focus on supporting the other team.
Yeah. The logistics squad. Okay, they've decided to remain here. Sits in my ear.
Ugh, looks like the same situation here. They just keep coming, wave after wave.
Reinforcements. Hey, you keep them busy while we work on getting rid of this god-awful mist.
Understood. Everyone got that? It's up to us to hold them off.
Yes, sir.
The stupid salute.
Hey, they're running out of steam. Now's your chance.
Affirmative. Sorry to keep you waiting.
That's their source. It was hidden in the mist. If we destroy that, the Wild Hunt won't be able to summon any more reinforcements.
All right, you shrink and break dances in my ear. Yes,
Brave knights,
I can hear your dancing.
I thank you for your assistance.
There's no need to be so formal. When it comes to the Abyss, we're all in this together. Now, please tell me everything you've learned.
Very well. We've narrowed down the search area for the final fragment to this zone here.
I'll say. We're sure to face fierce resistance from the Wild Hunt, though. Is everyone willing to keep fighting with us?
It would be our pleasure, Mr. Varka.
Lightkeeper squad, join the squad.
Much obliged. All right.
A wild hunt.
The hiding in the mist trick again. These guys must be easily amused. You all know the drill. The Knights of Favonius will engage the enemy while the Lightkeepers dispel the mist. Everyone, follow my signals.
Yes, sir.
Lightkeepers, prepare to dispel the mist.
Sits on my head. All right, all right. There we go. Oh, we've got to go farther in.
On me. This wild hunt doesn't know when to give up.
Varka, go on ahead.
Traveler!
Mr. Varka, leave this to us.
Just like last time. Only a Knight of Boreas can deal with a wolf spirit, right?
Don't underestimate us, Grandmaster. We can hold our own.
And I'm here too. Now hurry up and go.
That's the spirit. Stay on your toes and make the Knights of Favonius proud. Either we all march back to Mondstadt together, or no one does. The final fragment is right there. Don't let me down.
Okay.
It seems you have collected them all. Knight of Boreas.
Yeah, and with no corrupted fragments or ambushes along the way. I have to commend your chivalry, Sir Roland.
A true knight does not resort to underhanded tactics. Were this body not a false one created by the Wild Hunt, nor would I countenance those monsters to taint our duel with their presence. If you need a moment to rest, take it. Victory will be mine, regardless of whether the path to it is the one I would wish for.
Save your breath. If you want to fight, let's fight!
As you wish. Then let us settle our unfinished duel, here and now.
Is everyone all right?
My granny fights better than these rookies. It's Egbert I'm worried about. You still alive?
For a moment there, I thought I might never taste the sweet
Aw.
wine of Mondstadt again.
Hey, stay put, you guys. Leave the rest to us.
Forget us. We can take care of ourselves.
You're the only one still standing. Honorary Knight, find the Grand Master.
We can't lose our Varka. Please, you have to find him.
Got it. Varka, I hope your plan is still gonna work.
You're holding back, Knight of Boreas. I can tell you do not wish to strike me down. This duel does no justice to the way of chivalry. I wield the power of a god, while you dare not swing your sword with true intent. If you continue on this path, you will die. Your plan is doomed to fail. How can a helpless lamb hope to tame the heart of a wolf, when the wolf has seen through the lamb's plan?
Ha ha ha. You're on to me already, huh?
Andreas's question, Boreas's answer, the means to bear a soul. I knew it all 500 years ago. Though the false path may be wide and welcoming, only destruction lies at its end. It is time to crush your futile hope! It's over. Your sword lies shattered. The wolf spirit and the thoughts you blindly placed your faith in have nowhere left to dwell. Join me and pledge your allegiance to the abyss, Knight of Boreas. One day you will understand that the only righteous path for those of true virtue is the path of darkest truths.
For the next part, it's over to you, Outlander who caught the wind.
Wait. Did I go in?
The sword is unbroken, but I can't sense the wolf spirit. Looks like I'm no longer in reality. This must be a space built from the entangled consciousnesses of Boreas and Roland. There's no way back. And all that lies ahead is the wolf's maw. Guess the only way is through.
Alright, Varka. Let's do this.
A Favonius sword? Who left this here?
Lonely warrior, take me to see him.
Oh? Spirit wolves?
No matter the epoch, the world is awash with corruption and injustice. I have aided the oppressed and righted many wrongs. I have slain sinners and delinquents. I have slaughtered tyrants and demons. But however mighty one's blade, for the great injustice of fate, a mere mortal can but bow their head. There is only one way to save them.
Who are you really trying to convince?
Alright, almost got this guy. Use the special skill.
The fair shadow?
The title of Boreas must find an heir.
Try to keep up!
He did the leap.
The scent that reeks of blood appears to be getting stronger. Looks like I can just jump right over these obstacles.
Get a chest. Nice. Spirit wolves. Again.
Try to keep
awash with corruption and injustice. Even the most fearless hero cannot fight what fate has ordained. And even the holiest god cannot escape the shackles that bind them.
The shackles, but it's written love.
Boreas, if you still harbor love for humanity, then you must surely know. There has only ever been one way to save them from injustice. Surrender to the abyss.
Malicious lies!
Oh, I'm stuck on the outside. Alright. There, finally got him. Unstuck. Use my special skill.
Old friend. This is not where your path ends. You must continue on.
This wind feels less than welcoming. I'd better take shelter.
You must deliver it.
Your path cannot end here. You draw near to the heart of the wolf.
Even if you had an army of 10,000 men.
Ah, finally got through that.
Face this fight alone. Lonely warrior. Step forward.
Is this the heart of the wolf?
You have to jump around on these? Is that Rostam?
Roland! After countless bloody battles, trials, tribulations, and hardships, I, with my mortal flesh and blade, attained power to rival that of the gods. But you know better than I that a mortal's prime is fleeting. In 5 years, maybe 10,
age will snatch your strength. The power you take such pride in will fade to naught, disappearing like dust in the wind.
Dust in the wind?
Your fame will be as fleeting as firewood beneath the starry sky, lit at dusk, dead by dawn, utterly insignificant.
Oh yeah? Be that as it may, the fires that burn down here blaze more brilliantly than the light of 1,000 stars.
They blaze for but a moment. 100 years from now, your earthly flame will be long snuffed out. And those you once illuminated will be left cowering in the cold and empty night.
Ha! No. They'll remember me in 100 years, just as I remember all of you from centuries ago. That's the thing about firewood. From the embers of a dying flame, a new fire arises, burning bigger and brighter than ever before.
I guess.
Duty is to save others, not demand things from them. How can one call themselves a knight while placing their hopes in generations to come?
Well, as long as I put an end to you here and now, I won't need to rely on anyone else. Now, show yourself, Roland!
Put an end to me? Your body and mind are already at the limit of what they can bear. It is only a matter of time before they yield and crumble. But if this is your final request...
Finally.
I shall do as you wish. Knight of Boreas.
Huh. You're not quite how I imagined you. You don't seem half as crazed as the memories contained in the wolf spirit.
Not once have I strayed from the righteous path. But when I look at you, I do not see a hero capable of slaying dragons. Just a lost soul who has wandered far too long. A shadow of the knight you once were.
I think you're seeing yourself there, Roland.
I guess we have that much in common. Neither of us are at our peak.
The ray here of Solnari's forces have been defeated. And the Roland you see is but an imperfect image cast by the Abyss. I wield the power that Roland did at his peak, but my heart and mind remain frozen in that blood-stained moment. Therefore, I, in my current form, am flawed. A knight cannot bear their own stagnation. After redeeming you from injustice, and guiding your surrender to the Abyss, I shall rectify myself, and continue to follow the knightly path.
Huh. The world out there can bear no more of your torment. Your obsession, clearly, remains exactly as I had imagined. I suppose there's no chance to make you see the light.
No words can make a knight doubt his convictions, no matter how noble they may sound. Neither of us will sway the other, but you have long known this truth. Otherwise, why would you pin all your hopes on Boreas' single thought? But now the blade that once housed the wolf spirit has been shattered, and all you hold is a phantom that bears its form. You no longer have the means to change the situation, and no one will come to your rescue. This place shall be your graveyard, lonely warrior.
Huh. Maybe you're partly right. But I think I might just have a shot at a rescue.
What do you mean?
There's only one person's mind I need to change, and it isn't yours. Forgetting where we are? This is the heart of Andrius, god of the North Wind. Andrius, can you hear me? Wake up! You are the great god of the North Wind. How long will you allow yourself to suffer the domination of the Abyss?
If this is your final gambit, I am most disappointed, Knight of Boreas. Grand displays of heartfelt wishes can some miracles. This world shows no such mercy to its inhabitants.
Return. Return to the ley line. This is my choice. My memory.
Oh yeah.
Is this the answer that I found at my journey's end?
Andrius, at long last, I have delivered your token back into your heart.
A Knight of Boreas. Watch on. This is all that a wolf can hope to do for humankind.
On behalf of all humanity, I thank you, Lord of Wolves.
Boreas is returning to the ley lines. But why? Your sword is broken. You no longer have the means to bear his soul. Unless... surely not.
Begging for miracles is a futile endeavor. I know better than that, but a sword is just one kind of vessel. There are other ways to store a soul.
The Dominator of Wolves once bestowed the power of his soul upon his pack, strengthening their hearts and sharpening their claws and fangs.
Even if it is not my intention, the soul of Lupus Boreas will inevitably ravage, devour, and assimilate a mortal heart. As if human and wolf were being forcefully merged into one being.
If a mortal heart is to bear the soul of a god, this is a path that cannot be retraced. Yet, I shall not dissuade a knight from embarking on the quest of his own choosing.
Your heart, your soul... they are collapsing. Now I see.
You were wondering how a lamb could tame the heart of a wolf. Isn't that right? Here's my answer. You get the wolf to swallow the heart.
The wolf spirit within the sword was merely a decoy. The true thoughts and memories were carried within your heart. To avoid arousing my suspicion, you deliberately allow Lupus Boreas' soul to assimilate your own, then be devoured by me. But how did you have the strength to fight while bearing such a great burden?
Compared to Lupus Boreas' decision, my sacrifice is nothing.
You have a stubborn will, and employed an exceptional strategy. But this is not the way a true knight fights. The choice you have made is a flawed one. Your soul is now merged with that of Andrius. When he fully joins the ley lines, you too will fall. Neither Barbados nor the Traveler will be able to anchor your soul from within the ley lines, let alone rescue you. You have lost. And so have I. Regrettably, I can no longer offer you salvation.
I bet the Traveler can save him,
May your
though.
soul rest in peace with Boreas, lonely warrior.
Haha, lonely? Sorry to disappoint you, but as much as it sounded like the perfect ending for both of us to return to the ley lines together, the fact is that, unlike the true Roland of the past, I still have fine wine and good friends to get back to. They're looking forward to my triumphant return. I'm not ready to accept my fate just yet.
Ding dong! You've got mail!
Is he gonna deliver this letter?
Until I return, I leave them in your care. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you. Come on! Come on, Stat!
Dear Grandmaster.
To Varka. To Varka.
Family.
No pig call.
Poetry and letters were humanity's earliest means of expressing their thoughts. Make sure they all get delivered, Outlander who caught the wind.
Along with the final letter to
Grandmaster!
Roland.
Grandmaster.
Master.
Varka.
Varka. Uncle Varka! He's the right one!
For Varka.
The thoughts of others anchor you, reversing the assimilation. Using your connections, relying on outside help. This is not the way of a knight. The Abyss can sustain me no longer. But now, countless souls who died unjustly will emerge to prevent your return. If you believe in your path, then grant them release. Carve your way out through bloodshed. Varka, mightiest knight of Boreas.
This is how it ends. Throw the plan out of the window. Fight my way to victory. Well, that suits me just fine!
A knight is always true to their word. So please, keep your promise and return victorious.
You are not alone. Right back at you, Varka.
Wind blows up. May it guide you on your journey home.
Here's an ice-cold drink with your name on it. Ready when you are.
Don't go dying in a place like this, Varka.
Alright, continue this way. Did I spend too long fighting?
Try to keep up.
Fly home to us, Grandmaster.
That what? There, that's better. Something happened where it took control.
Spread your wings and soar toward a new dawn. Fate's chosen Lupus.
Can't fall here.
On me.
Ah. Okay.
Walk forward and do not look back.
Varka, now I know the meaning of my name.
Yeah.
After the lengths you've made everyone go for you, you'd better make sure to thank us all properly when you get back.
You know, I have a lot of things to update you on. But they can wait until you're back.
I have no intention of returning to the Knights of Favonius. But I trust you will find a way to make it on your own.
Jean.
Grandmaster, we're all waiting for you.
Not doing too bad a job as Grandmaster, am I? I'll take that silence as your approval. Everything you swore to protect with your lives, it's all still here, safe and sound. The Knights of Favonius, Mondstadt, and the oath sworn by every knight. I'll protect them all with my life. And so, I'll deliver that letter on your behalf.
Roland's sword.
I know it's just a shadow of the real Roland, but if you have the time, could you please read it for him?
Yeah.
Rostam and Arundelen, they never forgot you. Phew. This has been one long expedition. From here on out, I think I'll let the wind lead.
Okay.
Hey everyone, it's been a mighty long time. I'm thrilled to see you all again.
Oh, it's the whole Mondstadt crew.
Welcome back, Grandmaster.
Yeah, I'm home.
I do it all in one night? Akuma Wolf. Hey, welcome in. We are... That was timing if I've ever seen it. Like, we are almost done with this quest. You just came in. And... Goat Simulator? Hey, hey, hey. I am Walter Snacklefox. I am an Christian adventurer. I am a gacha gamer, programmer, and I hail from the Snackleverse. Yeah, we're doing pretty well. Did I get a raid or something? What's going on? Yes, okay, I did get a raid. Sorry, I didn't see that. Viv's the World. That sounds familiar. So let's give them a shout out. Yeah, it does say that. Welcome in, welcome in. What were you playing? How was your stream? Yes, we're doing very well. I did get my Varka.
Carried his soul in my own heart. That was the plan I was most certain would work.
Yeah. I've been playing Genshin since the beginning. I took a few minor breaks. Oh, Elden Ring. Fun but pain. Okay. I have not dipped more than a toe into Dark Souls stuff.
I wasn't too...
Maybe I should do some more, but I'm already having to cut back some of my gacha. Each patch, the games demand more and more of my time. Let me see. I also play Wuthering Waves.
he said there was a much
I
more
play Zenless Zone Zero.
the Outlander who
I play Reverse 1999. Yeah. And of course Genshin
misplaced.
as my main gacha. I also play Honkai Star Rail, and that I have a lot of history with that, but it's been getting too much to stream. I still like the game, but their quests run way too long and have been a little bit slow going.
But it would have come at a heavy price.
I also play Resonant Solstice, which is a very fun train gacha, but the stories don't work very well for stream yet. But it's very fun. I think my favorite one for story is Reverse 1999. So if you're gonna try out that one and you never have beforehand, I recommend it. Very, like, investigative, a little bit more slow going. Yeah. Reverse 1999 is set in kind of like an alternate history of our world. Stretches all across history with a very unique sort of time travel. And the characters are all so lovely. But you're playing like a visual novel style JRPG. There's no open world. But if you love fashion, if you love history, if you love, like, some real oddball characters. I have a squirrel. Not a squirrel like VTuber type character where it's a Kimi no Mimi. He's just a squirrel and his name is Buddy Fairchild. I also have a dog named Pickles. And those are both like, so Buddy Pickles is a high rank character. Yeah, and Buddy Fairchild is like a mid-rank character, like you'd have 4 stars in Genshin, but he's good. And yes, they're both adorable.
I wasn't too sure that would work.
The last of the really big characters that they announced turned herself into sort of like a chimera like centaur thing. So her top half is like a college age girl or something. Her bottom half looks kind of like a lion with the inside hollowed out and very eldritch, very monster like. It is wild. They went places with that one. We're about to get a new patch in like next week. So I'll be streaming Reverse 1999 probably next Thursday.
Initially, I was planning to have Barbados carry out that step.
And we're gonna see a lot of returning of special characters.
More suitable candidate, the Outlander who caught the wind.
Fan favorite Igor, who is kind of like the Reverse 1999 version of Varka, like a big daddy. Like, this guy is imposing. He's old, but he's a warrior through and through. And then there's Marcia, who's going to be like a healer. And she's got to be the one I'm going for because she fits my teams. And yeah, he is so cool. I went for him. I did not get his weapon. Going for weapons in Genshin is almost always a fool's bargain. So I went for the weapon for Columbina. We'll see what happens if they ever give this guy a support and if I can get his weapon on a rerun.
But it would have come at a
now, previously, they promised to give us a really strong character with Arataki Ito. And everyone was like, that strong guy? He's a twig! What are they doing? Finally, they gave us the promised, like, actual daddy character with Varka, and I'm thankful. Invoking the power of an Archon. How steep a price are we talking?
It's a good question. A glass of the finest dandelion wine, perhaps? No doubt I'd have to pay for it with a secret stash of cash in my office.
That is such a myth. I bet it's all gone. There's no way he has that stash back there.
It's been a while since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember. Well,
I forget which one I was
Shadow
out. I
of
got
Roland vanquished. A few knights will remain on rotation at the Nodcry
Okay.
stronghold, but everyone else will be sent home in waves. Albedo and Durham
Yeah,
will come
Charge
back
Onyx,
first.
Kitty. We had a fantastic raid. Viv's the World is so cool. Playing some Elden Ring. That's scary right there.
It's been a while since I felt
About
this
your
wind on
future.
My future. Huh. You may already have learned of this from Barbados or the Hexen Circle, but I glimpsed a reflection of the future.
I doubt somebody is streaming Reverse 1999 tonight, this late in the patch, but if there is, I'll see if I can raid them. But I probably have some other people who are friends who are streaming tonight as well, so we'll see. You saw an abyssal calamity in the north, right?
Correct. Although as things stand now, I believe we may have changed the course of the future, thanks in no small part to you.
You're so sweet, thank you. So to access this stuff like these quests, do you have to be all caught up on the story?
After I've tied up some loose ends with
You usually have to be up to a certain point. A lot of times they let you skip things. I don't know, because I've been caught up for so long I haven't had to worry about it, but I do believe you can skip things. And I'm scary looking, but hey, that's bedhead in the mornings. Yeah.
Besides,
like,
the first group of knights who volunteered to stay there
my
have yet to be
favorite story, if you're gonna do any of them, is Fontaine. You're interested in going back, but last time you played, they released Fontaine. Fontaine is so good. Like, the story of the House of the Hearth, I love so much. Some of my favorite characters in the game right there. The level of story development where everything ties together was the best they've ever done. The characters are some of the best, like all of the things tying together. I love that so much. Natlan had a few hiccups. I'm not gonna explain. Certainly some great characters, certainly some great stories. It was not Fontaine. And Sumeru was also good, a little bit more of an acquired taste, but it was well done. And Nodcry has largely been fire. Like, Nodcry has been some of the epic stuff that people have been begging for in Genshin, the, like, big bosses all the time. And Varka, like, everyone's been begging for this guy, and a lot more about the, Fatui. Yeah.
Since I felt this wind on my face. Just how I remember.
All right.
So, is there anything you'd like to talk about? Now's your chance before I get dragged off to the office.
I have no more questions.
All right, then. I'm gonna stay here and enjoy the breeze for a little longer.
The confusing part about Sumeru, and I kind of stayed out of Sumeru for a while, so I kind of got confused by just having everything squeezed together. It has 2 major regions, and they connect together. All right, that is done for tonight. I am going to figure out our raid.
Sit up on the counter to welcome our clients, of course. A kitty's gotta earn his kibble somehow.
Yeah. Nodcry so far has been really good. Looking at who we want to raid. So, one of my favorites, Saint Cisco, is on. She's always good.
Emotions are like a raging torrent that surges through the mind. More often than not, if you try to hold them back, you'll be swept away by
Vanaquin's
their
on.
unstoppable force.
I've been itching
And
to
if you
raid
try
her
to ignore
again.
them entirely, you'll
Viclas
end up
of
tearing
Borg,
yourself to pieces.
one of my personal besties. Let's see if we have anybody playing Reverse 1999 though. Oh, okay. Potentially.
Don't trust your eyes uncritically. People only see what they want to, so don't be your own fool.
Alright, launching the raid. We're going to raid a Reverse 1999 stream.